Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video, getting some more Season 12 Go Battle League battles, these being practice battles against some of my Discord members taking place in the Willpower Cup meta, brand new meta brought to the Go Battle League. It is a 1500 CP cap meta, including Psychic, Dark, and Fighting type Pokemon, but with one specific ban, that being Gardevoir. These are going to be some scrims like I mentioned, because even though by the time you see this video, the Willpower Cup meta has started battles in the Go Battle League, these battles took place beforehand. So I have two teams for you. The first one on screen, the next one will be on screen also to try out in some Willpower Cup battles for hopeful success. I have two specific picks that I'm most excited about, one being the Pawniard that is on the lead for this team, and we paired it with some very bulky mons behind it in the form of Cresselia and Mandibuzz. I'm excited about Pawniard because it is a spammy little bugger. It's a Dark Steel running the fast move of Fury Cutter. You can get away with charge moves with Night Slash and Iron Head, or even X Scissor instead of Iron Head. As you'll see, I don't have the moves listed on screen, but for information purposes, the Mandibuzz is running the normal moveset that it would typically run, except for its fast move, that being Air Slash, and Crest is running the normal moveset you'd expect in the Open Great League. I like Pawniard a lot in this meta because it's spammy. Also, keep in mind, I'm running an XL version, but not the most maximized XL. It is a 15, 14, 15 IV Pawniard, and it's not the easiest to get like the great IVs of Pawniard because you can only hatch it from 12k, so you really have to go for traded IVs. But also, I'm sure you can have success even without it being maximized XL wise. This thing only goes up to level 43, or level 43 and a half at its current IVs, and as you'll notice, I already won the first match. So without further ado, let's get into the second match. I have two more battles with this team comp, and then I have another team comp that you'll see momentarily after the third battle in this set. So getting to this next match, we have a Pawniard on a Beware lead. This Beware is running Tackle. You want to run Shadow Claw on it. Honestly, I think I'm still in a positive situation with Pawniard there as long as we can avoid getting superpowered because of that Dark Steel typing. We then safe swap into Crest to avoid getting superpowered still, and they match with Mandibuzz. Their Mandibuzz also running Air Slash. This is not the worst matchup for Cresselia because of the pure fact that the Mandibuzz is running Air Slash. As you'll notice, we get off these Moonblasts and they do heavy, super effective damage onto the Mandibuzz, and it's taking this Mandibuzz quite a little while to get to their charge moves because of Air Slash instead of Snarl. At this next charge move, we CMP tie, Cresselia winning CMP against the Mandibuzz. Therefore, we get the shield from them. We do not go for switch advantage because we want to make this a little bit of a Pawniard showcase. They then come in with Defenseoxys, which is not super ideal for our Pawniard because of the Dark Steel typing, taking double super effective from fighting. We throw a Night Slash for such a huge chunk of damage though, and then we swap into our Mandibuzz. Us recognizing the final two Pokemon, knowing their final two Pokemon in this circumstance, we want to shield all the charge moves coming through from the Defenseoxys just based on the fact that the charge move is going to be Rock Slide, and that is going to be super effective. So we're going to shield both of those up, and then we're going to spam up our Foul Plays onto it. We're going to also watch for the swap here, which is what they do. They come in with the Beware, they throw a charge move here. It ends up being a neutral superpower, and we're able to tank it easily. We Air Slash down, the Defenseoxys comes in, we throw this Foul Play, and that is going to be GG's for this second match here. So getting into the next match, we've got a Pawniard on a Quillfish, Hisuian Quillfish lead. This is still a positive lead for the Pawniard, and this is one of the circumstances where I'd prefer to have X Scissor because we could spam that even faster for some neutral damage. And the reason why this is still a good lead though for our Pawniard is because we double resist the poison jabs based on their steel typing, and they're forced to throw Aqua Tails as you saw there. They then safe swap into their Mandibuzz, and honestly I should have probably thrown a move and then swapped into my own Mandibuzz to play the mirror, but I kind of panic swapped here and went into Crest. And thankfully, like I mentioned in the last match, this is not the worst matchup to be in because we can spam out these Moonblasts for a heavy, super effective damage and essentially lose out the alignment here and farm down with our Pawniard when we get the chance. Unfortunately, the Mandibuzz is going to be able to Air Slash us down, and we're not going to get to another charge move, but we can come back in with our Pawniard and still farm down before the Mandibuzz gets to another charge move of their own. They then come in with Umbreon, and this is another Pokemon here where I would have preferred to have have X Scissor because of the fact that it would have been super effective and we would have gotten so many more of those charge moves off. But Iron Head is still proving effective, which is huge here because the Iron Heads are adding up. We landed 2 of them there, even though visually you didn't see that because they swapped. They then go back into their Hisui Quillfish, and we're going to match it with our Mandibuzz. Again, we only have to worry about Aqua Tails here, but the Poison Jabs are going to slowly add up against our Mandy. We're not going to shield anything though because Aqua Tail doesn't do a lot of damage, so we do not want to have to use a shield in this circumstance because we'd rather save them for charge moves coming from the Umbreon, that being last resort. Unfortunately though, the damage is slowly adding up. We're getting to another Aerial Ace here. This should get their shield, which it does. We're going to then get to another Aerial Ace here. This should get their remaining shields, and we're going to hope that essentially we can wait out the switch timer, go into our Pawniard, snipe the Night Slash onto their Quillfish, take it out, don't let them deal any more fast move damage here, and now we're sitting in a great situation against this Umbreon because of the fact that the Poison Jabs from Quillfish were neutral and Mandibuzz. We could have been in an unfortunate circumstance there, taking that neutral fast move damage, but because we're able to come in with the Pawniard here, resist all fast moves from remaining mons, we win this match. Getting into the next team comp, we have a Alolan Raichu in the lead, with Mandibuzz making a repeated appearance here, and with Hakamo in the back replacing our Cresselia. I really like Alolan Raichu in this meta, and you'll also notice I'm running Thunder Shock as a fast move instead of Volt Switch because Thunder Shock is better energy efficiency wise, even though it does deal less damage than Volt Switch, so that is a slight downside. I believe in this meta, because it's a Great League 1500 CP type meta, running Thunder Shock on Alolan Raichu and spamming off Wild Charges a little bit faster can prove consequential and make big differences for potential wins in the Willpower Cup. Now, it's paired essentially with the Hakamo because they cover each other amazingly in this score. All the weaknesses that Alolan Raichu has, Hakamo covers, and then all the weaknesses Hakamo has, Alolan Raichu covers, and then we also have Mandibuzz smack dab in the middle to give us some bulk, some consistency, and a little bit of comfortability. The Mandibuzz is the same moveset as it was on the previous team. Hakamo is running Dragon Tail as a fast move with Dragon Claw and Brick Break as its charge moves. So let's get into the battles and see how well this team can perform in the Willpower Cup meta. As you'll notice, I essentially lost lead, did a wild charge and dipped, went into Mandibuzz. Opponent was weak to Mandibuzz in the back, so they stayed in for the most part, then came in with their Toxicroak to try and farm our Mandibuzz all the way down, so we had to make a swap. I make a misplay here. I overfarmed, got greedy. I do believe a Thunder Punch could have taken the Umbreon out at that health, and my greediness is going to prove consequential in this match because if I Thunder Punch the Umbreon, I could have built up to a wild charge, thrown it at the crest, tried to make a play here to catch the move on my Mandibuzz, and then have Hakamo to do some Dragon Tail / Dragon Claw damage. But at this point, Hakamo gets hard countered and relatively walled based on the pure fact that, again, I didn't get that wild charge damage off. But you'll see with the amount of health left on Crest, wild charge could have made the huge difference, but they're going to get off a Moonblast, double super effective to the Dragon Fighting typing, and we are going to lose this first match. But we got a couple good ones after that really show how well the team can perform, even when faced with some more negative leads. Getting to this next match, we have Sableye on our Alolan Raichu. We save swap into Hakamo immediately. We do not want to go into our hard counter, and Hakamo does soft counter Sableye. They then match with a Zweilous, which is unfortunate because we're not going to be able to get alignment. They're going to get off a charge move here. You're noticing the Dragon Breaths from the opponent's Zweilous are adding up, but we are going to potentially get shield advantage. It all depends on if they let this come through or not. They do decide to let it go through, which is even better for us. We keep shields, we win alignment, which is amazing considering we now get to get that Sableye off of our Alolan Raichu, and we have one of the hardest possible counters for the Sableye in the back in the form of our Mandibuzz. The Sableye is going to get to a return here, but Mandibuzz is thick. It's going to be able to eat it with no problem. We just need to be careful as we get to the foul play. Our opponent tried the catch, which was a great play on their part, so we decided not to throw our charge move because we were expecting it. They come in with a Skunk Tank. They're going to spam some crunches off. We want to be careful. We want to build up to about 2 wild charges. I actually want to build up to 1 before that because you want to get through another fast move after you've thrown. Either way though, because they don't shield, our wild charge lands on the Skunk Tank, 1-shots his remaining health. They then come with the Sableye. We get off another wild charge, get their last shield, which is huge. They get less farm because of us wild charging and debuffing our defense, we land a foul play, which gets them down to 1 HP. They get to a charge move. Is this a return? Ends up being the return, but our Mandibuzz survives with 1 HP, and the air slash that snuck through ends up being the difference maker and allows us to win that match even after losing lead. Getting to this next match, another bad lead. So 3 straight bad leads with the Alolan Raichu. Can we take 2 out of these 3 matches? We'll have to find out and see. When you're faced with these bad leads, though, I love going Wild Charge and Dip, and then we save swap in the Mandibuzz after that, and they match us with Charm Wobbuffet. Is that an insane mon or not? And I'm pretty sure that's fully excelled. You can see these air slashes are literally doing no damage. Thankfully, we have super effective foul plays that we can throw at the Wobbuffet, but we do have to watch out because Wobbuffet, it's purified, has access to return, and with the charms adding up, I'm pretty sure a return would take us out. So I decided to commit the shield, looking to flip switch in this situation, knowing that I can at least tank these charms decently well because they're not stab and they're coming from a Wobbuffet that's got like 3 attack. We overfarm a bit there, or a bunch there, get off the foul play, take it out. They come back in with the Umbreon. We're going to throw some more aerial aces at it, do as much chip damage as possible, but we're sitting in a good situation here, even though we're at the shield deficit, because we flip switch and can put this Umbreon on our Hakamo. So we're coming into the Hakamo, our opponent's staying in, they're going for a charge move, fully expecting a last resort here, gonna hit us for some neutral damage, but Hakamo tanks it relatively well. They then swap into their own Drapion. We're going to throw a Dragon Tail here, a Dragon Claw here. We get the shield, which is huge, not sure why, but regardless, we like that we got their shield because we can shield this Crunch, try to get as close to 2 wild charges as possible, and with the Dragon Tail damage that we did, Wild Charge would take out the remaining health. So we bait it with Thunder Punch, ends up getting the opponent's remaining shield, knowing that they're going to get taken out. They decide to go for an Aqua Tail, expecting us to have Wild Charge, because if we did Wild Charge, it would have debuffed our defense. Aqua Tail would have taken our remaining health, but based on that play, we're able to get to the Wild Charge, take out the Drapion. The Umbreon comes back in, and we already saw how well Hakamo can tank these charge moves coming from the Umbreon. So we're able to win even despite our circumstances. So GG's to that trainer there. On that note, let me know your thoughts on the battles. Let me know your thoughts on the team, both teams, as always, in the comment section below, and what you plan to run in some Willpower Cup Go Battle League battles. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.